Hi, I'm Katinka. I'm from Norway, pretty close to Oslo, which is the capital.
I'm Tom Molina. I'm also close by Oslo in Spydeberg from Norway.
I'm Lars. I'm from Norway, just north of Oslo.
Okay, so everybody's around Oslo.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I'm Daniel. I'm the closest to Oslo. Yeah, just north. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm Tom. I live in Norway, the farthest away from Oslo. 2-hour plane ride from Oslo. Just close to North Cape.
You know, the very essence of the mental game is this. The only reason an event matters is because we make it matter.
Welcome to the Mullins Farrier podcast.
I had a soccer coach, and he always said, we are going to be the fittest team always out there. Because in the moment, you don't want to be worried about being tired. You want to be focused on the soccer game.
Right.
Which is what's going to translate for me, hopefully, in the CJF, is that I'm not worried about being tired. I can focus on the task at hand.
And granted, he was like, get your specimens made. 3 months before you take your exam, get all your AW specimens made. And it's good to have other people putting that pressure on you as well. Sometimes if it's a single journey, and you've not got mentors that are coaching you, helping you, you kind of rest a little bit.
If you're hearing this, you are currently on the non-subscriber feed. If you would like to hear this episode in its entirety, please subscribe using the link below. If you're a student, apprentice, or just find yourself in a situation where it isn't financially feasible to subscribe, please reach out to me on Facebook or through the website. The good folks at Out West Design and Fabrication are lending their support by helping us to cover your scholarship subscription. You can check out many of their incredible projects on their Facebook page. Out West Design and Fabrication, your choice for Farrier rakes. Now here's a sample of this week's episode. Thank you for listening.
Most people that I know in this industry only want the best for the other people in the industry, which is a pretty cool thing.
Welcome, everyone. I'm just freshly back from being part of a clinic in Poland called Podkovet with Magnus Mederod as my co-clinician. Had a wonderful time there. It's so nice to see so many farriers keen to learn more and to get better. Magnus was a fantastic teammate and a great clinician, and I'd recommend for anyone to have him out to your home country for a clinic. As I got back late last night, this episode is coming out a little bit late, but I did get it out today, so my apologies for the delay. Speaking of clinics, there are 2 big ones coming up in a few weeks. The NAEP is hosting their annual conference in Saratoga Springs, September 24th to the 27th. In the spirit of the NAEP's mandate of bringing vets, farriers, and other equine practitioners together, this conference is 3 days of just that. Their lineup of speakers is stellar. For lameness, they have Dr. Kent Allen, Dr. Sue Dyson, and Dr. Kurt Selberg. And their podiatry speakers are Dr. Ellen Staples, Mr. Simon Moore, and Mr. Mike Poe. There is no way you're going to leave Saratoga without your brain overflowing with new information and ideas. Go to the naep.com to sign up today. Now, the struggle with the fall for us farriers is that there are so many great events going on at the same time. And sometimes you're forced to choose. The end of this month is no different, as at the same time as the NAAP is hosting their conference, the BFBA is hosting Focus and the International at Stoneleigh. They too have a fantastic lineup of speakers. Domenico Solero from Italy, Robbie Miller from South Africa, Andrew Boyer and Paul Horner from England, and Dr. Jenny Hagen from Germany. Plus, you can watch the best farrier teams in the world compete for the international title. I just checked yesterday, and the flight prices are still listed as typical, not extortionate. Go to forgeandfarrier.co.uk to book your tickets today. I hope to see you there. I imagine you will also see many of the folks in today's interview there as well, competing for Team Norway. These folks exemplify everything that the team competition is all about. Supporting while still teasing and chiding each other as well. As you will hear, this interview was a lot of fun, and we all shared a lot of laughs. I now bring you my conversation from last year's focus with Team Norway. I hope you enjoy the conversation as much as I did. So you are all here for Stoneleigh, and what has the experience been like so far? Who would like to take the cue on that one?
Give it to the team manager, Daniel.
Yeah, we had a hiccup in the morning.
Oh, no.
Actually, because Katinka and Lars was on the first go, and we realized that we had practiced the wrong foot.
Oh, you are not the first team to do that
Yeah.
either. The Canadians did that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I heard a Dutch team last year did the wrong
Right.
shoe for the
Yep.
wrong judge.
That's right, yep.
Yeah, but anyways, we found it out just like 3 minutes before start.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Because Alan was coming and looking at Lars's foot, and he was like, "But he's making the specimen for Alan," and it was like, "Yeah, you don't. That's news you don't want."
Oh, no.
In the last
Yeah.
minutes before, the solution was that we swapped feet.
Okay.
And it went
Right.
really well. But I must say, I think when we started practicing for Stoneleigh earlier in the summer, I think we were on the right feet, but on some
Somehow.
occasion we swapped feet, and yeah, just a brain fart. Really.
But it looks like you just adapted to it. And how did it go once you switched around?
Yeah, I think you did pretty well.
Because you'd been practicing the specimens, so that part was fine. It was just whether or not you're
you
doing
can't
a
really
hind.
swap the specimens, but
Yeah, exactly.
feet are feet. Those guys did the Norwegian championship only a week ago.
Okay, and I heard you did really well there too, right?
Katinka is the first female farrier to win. the
Congratulations.
Norwegian.
Yeah. So what was that like?
It was good. It was surprising. Yeah, I didn't expect it. I didn't really know what to feel after the finals. I was really unsure about my fit and the quality of the shoes and everything. But I got
Clearly the judges weren't.
I got best shod foot, so that was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And is competition big in Norway? How much competition is there? Like,
Way too little, but that's going to change next year. Because Daniel's bought like a big horse trailer and filled it with coke fires and anvils and gas
okay.
fires. And we had the competition at Katinka's place 2 months ago or something.
Yeah, in August, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to have like more competitions, like 3-4 more addition to the Norwegian Championship, which is obviously once a year. So we have Norwegian and we had some small competitions, but we're hoping for 5-6 during the year.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think compared to how few farriers we are, we're all right, yeah.
yeah. And so what is the system? You guys don't have a mandatory system like the US and Canada,
No,
right?
everyone can shoe a horse in Norway,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
But we do have a farrier exam that we
Okay.
can take, yeah, but it's not mandatory.
Okay. So that is just through an association
Yeah,
to do
sort
it?
of, yeah.
Okay.
The association has been trying for years to have a mandatory, the same system as here, but it's
Right.
hard
Yeah.
to convince the government to do something.
Yep.
Yep.
And there's probably a lot of backlash from farriers who probably wouldn't want to go through that process too, right?
Yeah, and I think as it comes down to the what's it called, the government.
Yeah, government decided system, yeah, it's pretty...
Yeah, the regulating system is operated by the government, and they are unwilling to look, because farriery is a really small trade.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
In all of Norway, it's 120,000 horses.
Okay.
Yeah, so compared to North America, which
Right.
have 25 million. That's,
Right.
So it's not like we're not big enough. We're not many enough to be important.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're not, the government's not going to put the resources into
Yeah.
doing that. Gotcha. So is there a school there, or did you all apprentice? How did you get your starts?
There is a school, or there are some courses you can take, but I think most of us did an apprenticeship with someone, and some of us did the courses. It's a bit of a mix, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. If you can go through like agricultural college and then do an apprenticeship.
Okay.
But the other option is, which is more common, is that if you can document 5 years of working experience,
Okay.
you can do the same exam as the apprentices do after 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, at least Tom and myself and Tommy have done that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And what type of horses are you mostly working on out there? Is it a big mix? I don't imagine you see many quarter horses, but is that me being ignorant?
I have a couple of quarter
Do you
horses.
really?
Yeah.
I knew I was going to eat my words.
I also have a couple of quarter horses. And,
Really?
yeah. But at least in my parties in the north, I have lots of Icelandic horses.
Okay.
We don't have many drafts. We have the Døla horse. This is a Norwegian draft. Have a couple of those.
Okay.
Light
And what are they
draft,
called?
yeah.
Døla horse.
Durla horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dale horse, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a light draft, cold-blooded, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And-
Short pasterns, steep feet, yeah.
Okay.
Hind feet on all four.
Right. Yeah.
But I think around the big cities, it's a lot of sport horses.
Okay. That's what I was
I
assuming.
do most jumpers and eventers, but when you come further away from the big cities, it's a mix.
And it's the same way back home too.
Yeah.
I think it's because the real estate close to the cities is so expensive
Yeah.
that the wealthy sport horses end up there, and then as you get further away,
Yeah. It's only if you move like hour and a half from Oslo, the prices just like drop.
really.
Yeah. So I know a few guys which live further away and they drive closer to the Oslo.
Right.
or-
Yeah. Just do the commute so they can. Yeah.
Because it's better money.
Yeah. And with COVID and everything, I know in North America, our prices for everything went up. How has that turned out for you guys? Did you have more horses, first of all, come into the country? I know people found horses that lived in their backyard forever, and all of a sudden they wanted shoes on them, and
Yeah,
things got really busy.
I think during COVID, it was, for
An
me at
increase.
least, it was a kind of an increase
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
demand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's tapered down now, or no?
Yeah, a little bit due to economics. Like the Norwegian kroner is really low at the moment.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's bad compared to the euro, and the pound it's pretty bad. Yeah,
Okay. And why do you think that is?
it's pretty connected to the US dollar.
Oh, okay.
And it's also, yeah, it's very influenced by many political decisions. So when things
Right.
are a bit rough, then we take the hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
People
Our-
who know
we do too.
economics says that a weak Norwegian currency is good for export.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause more people will buy your
traditionally
stuff.
It's expensive to live in Norway. The salaries are quite high.
Yeah.
So it's expensive to produce goods for export. Yeah. So yeah, for the country it's maybe
It
better
may be
with
a
the
good
weak
thing.
currency, but yeah, for us it's we have to raise our prices because everything we buy at least is in euros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so we can
Take a
we
pretty
feel it.
big hit on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you able to raise your prices? Have you been able to keep up with inflation? Because I know that's been a big problem worldwide, is that inflation went up, but you couldn't really raise your prices to compensate for it as much as you would like to.
Well, you can see it's people really don't need a horse,
That's
but they need food, electricity, gasoline. So those prices have gone up like 40-50%. Even with food, it's been like even more.
yeah.
But a horse, if they're tight with the money or don't have as much money anymore, the customers, they take off their hind shoes.
Right. Yeah.
And then they go barefoot. And then they trim them themselves. So if you like do the math, like a proper inflation adjusted price,
You're probably not going to have
because
much
I've
work.
seen it in my part of the country, the hay is more expensive. Everything is more expensive for the horse. So my numbers have dropped a little bit. Not too much, but because some people always want to have a horse.
Right, yeah.
They love their horse. This is good. And some people are, okay, can't afford shoeing
Right.
as often. And they wanted to come like every 8-10 weeks, maybe. Before it was every 7 weeks. But I understand that they can't not increase their pay. We can adjust our price, but then you lose some customers. So it's give and take.
Yeah.
So you just have to manage. So I think in a couple of years, then it'll be normalized. So the market has to adjust because they have the energy policy in Norway has been affecting the price for electricity quite much.
Okay.
So you're in like a slope in the economy now. So it'll catch up. It always does.
Yeah. Okay. I guess, how have you guys managed to practice for this? Were you able to get together? I mean, you all live near Oslo, so have you been able to get together? If you would like to hear this episode in its entirety, please subscribe using the link in the show notes. Thank you for listening.